Hey guys, Karibo Bros here. It's been a while since we've uploaded. It's been like a good 11 months on it.
It sure has, yeah.
We've not had any speedball product in a long while, and
And we've been getting on with life, haven't we?
yeah, we've just not played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh recently, have we? But
No.
tournaments are back, and our locals has had a few winner switch tournaments.
Yeah.
Today was another one, and Ants obviously played his bad girlfriend deck as usual. Go on, Ants. Go explain. Where did you come? What were your matchups, and how did you do?
Okay, so we played the Winner Switch tournament today, and it was 6 rounds with 37 participants. I decided to play BA because I haven't played in a long time, and I figured this is probably just the best deck. Well, one, it's the best deck I've got, and two, it's the most I know about the deck. So like the matchups that are currently in the format are like Phantom Knights, Prankids, Tenny Sword Soul, Eldritch, Flundries. I think that's just kind of like a broad.
The Brave Engine.
A lot of them include the Brave Engine. So this deck is tailored for this format. Obviously, we're still kind of in the start of this format as well, so it still needs to kind of like finalise. But this is the BA list I played today. I got 6th place. I played Tenny Sword Soul round 1. I got very lucky against my good friend Tom McQueen because he can't count. I was on 6k life points after paying Viverte, and he managed to inflict 5-9 and not checking in the battle phase, and I was on 100 life and managed to pull it back. And then game 2, I managed to break his board as well. Round two was against Flundries again. I was very, very lucky in that matchup as well. Game 1, I just couldn't out his Penguin skill drain. Game 2, I managed to figure out how to beat it by sending Farth to the grave and then making plays afterwards. And then game 3 in that match, he bricked so bad. Avian and like just no name basically. So I managed to take that. It went to time as well. Round 3 was against another Sword Soul player who got a game loss round 1 for side decking side cards in his main deck at the start of the game. And then game 2 he misplayed and I managed to just take that down quickly. Going into round 4 undefeated. Played against PK Brave and basically made DPA Beatrice and had a token, a Send Token Collector. And he basically opened Pandemonium and just managed to win. I didn't read Weather Washer, that's a good card. Round 5? Round 5, I ended up playing a 60 card PK. I just got absolutely wrecked by it, basically.
It's worth mentioning the 2 games you lost today were to 2nd and 3rd place.
Yeah, that's also very true, yeah. But basically game 1, he wins the dice roll, sets up DPA 2 negations, one with Droplet, one with the new Punk Trap. I played through it a little bit, but then can't really make anything like sustainable after that. So lose that game 2 in that match. I sided Super Polys, didn't see them, and then opened basically all hand traps and no BAs and lost. And then final round, I had Nathan who was playing Monarch. And,
there was that one idiot running around with Monarch, which was myself. I thought I was doing alright until the end.
Yeah, doing okay, and I managed to just take that just due to some consistency issues with Monarch. But yeah, overall it was great tournaments. I was by far playing the coolest deck in the room.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I was playing Monarch, so
definitely playing the coolest deck in the room. A lot of cheers for 6th place, which was quite funny. But yeah,
we're 4 minutes in and we've got 18 minutes left.
Won't waste any more time, so we'll just get straight into it. So it's a 45 card deck.
What's the reason behind 45?
Because there are certain engines in this we don't want to draw. So we're playing 3 Skarm and 3 Graph. They're the only 3 elves of BA monsters in the deck. We should know what these do by this point. Basically, these are like your consistency cards. Skarm's going to search your tour guide, and Graph's going to get you into a Seer. Speaking of, we played 2 Seer and 2 Farfa. Farfa was brilliant today, like really, really good.
Would you consider taking it to 3 then, or?
I wouldn't take it to 3, just because it doesn't do enough by itself. It's good in combination with other cards, and I'll get to one of them later on. But Seer, obviously fantastic, but you don't want to draw 2 of these in your starting hand, just because it's conflict with the combo, where you make a link to summon back Dante and make the Beatrice with 2 cards. So yeah, these ratios are kind of standard, to be honest. Libic and Alec, these are also like the 2 other good names that you should play. I did play Barbar. I was also playing Calcap. Last minute, decided to take it out. Very bad decision. I feel like Calcap came up quite a lot today. Even with the matchups, it would have been nice to have. Because there was kind of like nice little niche spots where I could just spin a back row that they set. Backs to hand and then be clear sailing. So that's maybe a change I'd make. Maybe play the Calcap. But Barbar didn't come up today. Alec came up today against Nathan with the Vanity Fiend, which is quite funny. But Barbar didn't really come up, so you don't really need to play it. I would honestly play more copies of Libic, because this is literally a card that helps you play after turn 1. Plus, it's another name that isn't Graffles here. So this is the most controversial bit of the deck now. We're playing 3 Tour Guide. And for a lot of people, they'll be like, oh my god, that's basically standard. It's best card in your deck. It's a 3. It's off the list. Play 3. Obviously, if you know anything about BA, you probably shouldn't be playing this at 3 because it's a normal summon and you don't want to exceed so many normal summons because you'll just see too many names, not enough flexibility in your hand, then you'll just be stuck between either this normal summon or a Graph or a Rhino. But with the, you'll understand basically later in the list. We're playing 3 Rhino as well. Obviously, BA deck just needs to play 3 of this. You play any less than 3, it's just sacrilege basically. You do need to just play this card. Hitting it off a Dante Mill is insane. This has a lot more value in this deck list anyway, just with a few cards we do play. So that rounds off for basically the playable monsters, all the level 3s in there. Then we're moving on to like the side engines. So we play Double Malicious and Celestial because we are playing DPE, the new fusion monster, Destiny monster that we summon off Predator Plant, Verte Anaconda. I was actually playing Plasma because I didn't have a Dasher, and then again, shout out to Tom again, was like, why don't you just play Malicious? And I was like, oh my god, I can just play Malicious. So then, obviously, Malicious is level 6. Beatrice takes 2 level 6 monsters. So we play Sulcus as well. Last minute addition to the deck. This card was insane today. Like, so good. I drew these 2 a lot. And the Snow as well. We'll get on to that in a minute. I drew these 2 a lot, which was kind of annoying. This isn't too bad to draw because you can fusion away from hand. Same for Snow, you can get rid of it. It's okay. This is terrible to draw. Like, it was in my starting hands quite a lot. But when it's in the graveyard, oh my god, it is insane. Just being able to discard BAs and trigger the effects and get a free level 6 body 2/2 is so good. Especially discarding Seer or Farfa, you get so much value out of it. Dante's in the grave, some of them back. Farfa just to interrupt as well. They were insane, really good. I made Beatrice with this and Malicious once today. It was really good. I managed to send a Snow, got set up for the next turn, still had a Farfa send basically. So these cards were brilliant today, and then obviously Snow as well. This didn't really come up today, but I couldn't not play it because it's just really good. I think it came up once. It wasn't very impactful, but it was there.
So would you keep Snow in going forward?
I'd keep all of this. I really would. It was just fantastic. It's annoying when you draw these, but like, I think with the 45 card counts, you shouldn't really be drawing a lot of these. Drawing a Malicious is fine, like really fine, because then you just send Sulcus and literally combo. But yeah, like I wouldn't change them. They were brilliant all day, like except from drawing them. When I didn't draw them, oh my god, it was just fantastic to have that versatility and like other options, to be able to play. So with this deck, we're only playing a handful of spells and traps as well. So it's almost like a Sekka's build. But for the format, we are playing a lot of hand traps. So we'll start with Lancia. This was fantastic today. It just beats a lot of the meta. If you shotgun it in the standby phase, they can't. A lot of decks that play the Brave engine just can't search the token generator because they can't pitch Enchantress the level 3. So this was great. This is also good against PK and Sword Soul. So like it's fantastic. Token collector for the Soul Soul matchup. This is so free. It just wins games. It just puts them on. It puts a lot of pressure on, and if you mill it off Dante, it stays in the grave. You can summon it back, pop a token, stops tokens from being summoned as well. So in the Sword Soul match is good. It's great against Braves as well. Like just being able to pop the token, summon it. They can't basically do the Brave combo. It's really good. The fact that it's a Fiend, you can send that Fiendish Rhino Warrior. That's probably one of the main reasons. I obviously want to see it in your starting hand. But being able to just settle going first, not having it in your hand, and then if you've already got enough to make a first turn board, just being able to just flex this and just throw it in the grave off Rhino is insane. That was very good today, the token collector. This, another great hand trap. This is fantastic today. Like, literally, just stops plays, gives you that turn to just go off. I think this Lancia is main deck worthy for the whole format, I think. As long as the format is the way it is, I think the Lancia and the Drolls are main deck worthy. Token Collector you can side, but like with the deck being the way it is, you can send Fiends, it's pretty good. And then we play Ash as well. Ash is just generic. And it's good at the start of the format as well. I think this will fall out of favour eventually in the format. I think people will stop playing this. Just because it isn't as high impact as like Droll and Lancia or Token Collector. But it's still good. Still good for the start format. I played Forbidden Chalice, obviously, because I don't have droplets. If I could afford droplets, I'd buy them and play them over this. This would help with the bricking issues as well, getting things out of my hand. So I played droplets over these, but these were fine. They came up a little bit today. They were okay. 2 Fusion Destiny, this is insane to open. Shout outs to Johnny for drawing it twice in 2 games in a 60 card deck. But yeah, this is insane to open. Just being able to basically play, instead of summoning Predaplant, you summon IP like you normally would, and then basically once you've comboed, you just activate this and it's so free. So that was there. Also for the Verte. Call by the Grave, it's basically a trap card. At this point, it's really good. And then speaking of traps, we play 3 Impermanence. This was probably one of the weakest cards in my deck, to be honest. I like it, but it's just not high impact enough. I felt like Gamma or Ogre would have been a lot better. I think if I played Ogre as well, I might have been tempted to play 3 E-Telly. Just as like another form of interruption on their turn. You could just E-Telly and basically leave the Ogre on the board because you can use the effect on board. But that was it. 45 cards. It was
fine.
It was a great list. The main deck, I really wouldn't change a lot in the main deck. It'd just be upgrades to cards like Chalice and things like that. Maybe 1 or 2 monsters changed. I think the ratios are fine. 15 hand traps was perfect. I was drawing a hand trap basically every game, if not multiple. I just kind of, like, a few games I lost was just bricking. Bricking with, like, the engine pieces like Snow and Sulcus or Celestial, or just having a lot of hand traps. But we play like 14 BAs. We play basically 20. We play 20 BAs, Rhino, 14 BAs, and 3 tour guides. So yeah, I think it was just a bit unlucky, to be fair. Moving on to the extra, Beatrice and 2 Dante. Insane. Literally the best cards in the extra. We played Dana, Magician, and Zeus. This come up once today. It's weird because you would think this come up quite a lot. Come up once. Usually we're in control of the games, and then if we're not winning, we're losing. So that was fine. I didn't play Fortune Tune for the Zeus because it just never comes up. Just being able to just overlay this on top of a Dante is fine. Being able to recycle Dante gives you a lot of access into Zeus as well. Gravity Controller didn't come up. But I would be seen dead without it in my extra deck. It just makes the hands where you draw Seer and any BA that isn't Graph live to make a Beatrice. Otherwise, you just make Dante and hope to mill Graphos or Rhino. And if you don't, then this is still viable. So I like it as an insurance play. But it didn't come. Cherubini, insane. It's just so good. Like, there's so much advantage. It just pumps out Link 4s, which is very good. And then obviously gets you out of tight spots as well. The protection effect came up a couple of times today. But yeah, that's about it. Predapon, Verte, Anaconda. Basically the best part about our combos, summoning a DPE now instead of a Masquerena. This is great. Being able to push, it's just like applies more pressure, whereas this is great, don't get me wrong. But this supersedes this. This is kind of there if you, this engine's dead. You still kind of play this because being able to summon unicorns still kind of good, but this just applies so much more pressure. So this was brilliant. The last Link 2 we played was the Dark Charmer. In theory, very good. If you add the DPE, then you can just take their DPE. It's insane. It didn't really come up today. I tried to take a Dasher to make a Beatrice, but it got negated. Helps you link climb, I guess. A lot of the meta is Dark as well. A lot of the meta is going to be playing Anaconda and DPE. I last minute took out Phoenix, Nightmare Phoenix. Probably one of the worst decisions I've ever made. Because it came up literally every game. I will talk about the 2 cards that I wish I didn't play today. But Phoenix is definitely one of them. Nightmare Unicorn, insane. Very good. Helped me out to Baron today. Chain blocked it. It's fine. Access Code Talker actually didn't come up today, which was a little bit sad because I wanted it to come up. But there was just better spots. There was better spots to do better things. But yeah, it didn't come up. Then obviously the Phoenix Enforcer, amazing card. Like, literally was just carrying me to like games today. It was really good. Okay. And then Pilgrim and Trisbane. Honestly, this didn't come up today, and I think it's just game. It's nice to have, especially against back row decks, but you have to make the IP to get max value out of this. This I would never play again. It would be a list, I don't think. And then the Pilgrim, it just doesn't come up enough to warrant playing, and obviously there's going to be the time where it does come up, and I wish I had it, but I think it's win more. I think there's better cards to be playing in this that I will use more. So this would be a Nightmare Phoenix. This would probably be a flex spot for anything, really. I haven't really decided what it would be. Might be an Appaloosa. I don't think Appaloosa will come up all that much either. So I think, honestly, this might just be a Super Poly target. And play a 14 card extra deck, basically. That was it for the extra deck. That was kind of like the more annoying side of the deck today. Obviously, a few changes as well. I haven't played for a long time either. So to do as well as I did, I was quite happy with that. Moving into the side deck, Drags to Pelly and 3 Super Poly. It's just great against PK or any deck that summons DPE. You just out the Anaconda and the DPE, summon this, and this is like a negate. This also just gets rid of the Bardiche. It gets rid of the Bardiche and DPE. So like they can't even Fog Blade back a Break Sword and pop a card. So it's just really good. In theory, it didn't come up at all today, but in theory it's really good. At a higher level event, that'd be insane. This, I wish I played at 3. It was so good. One of the matches against Flunder, I had activated this in the standby phase on one back row, and it was during the main phase clause trap card, which was really funny. I'd play 3 of this, if I could. Dark Ruler No More, fantastic card. Literally won me a couple of games today. Really good. We can break boards quite easy as well. Evenly matched, in theory, again, it's a really good card. Comes up against the Lich, the Eldritch matches. I probably wouldn't side this in against combo too much. I'd probably side it in anyway, just as another card, but I think Dark Ruler is fine. And our deck's kind of set up to just break combo boards anyway, or prevent them from being set up. And then Anti-Spell. This is going to stay in the side deck. It was really, really impactful today against Prank Kids. It's a very popular deck at the minute, so this is going to stay in. The only bad thing about it was when I did draw it, and I sided it in once, and I did draw it, I just bricked. Like, not on this, I just didn't draw enough names, and that's what ultimately cost me the game. Otherwise, this would have stole game 2, and I would have got to game 3, which is a shame. But yeah, like, this deck was fantastic today. I honestly didn't expect to do as well as I did. Yeah, it's budget as well, to be honest. Like, you could just quite happily play BA forever. I don't think it's a bad deck at all. But yeah, I was really surprised to win. Not win, but like to get the 6th place out of 37 players with this is quite a feat in a field full of good decks as well. So yeah, that's it really.
Good deck all around.
Yeah, it's a bad girlfriend deck for the reason. It's,
Exactly.
It's so good and it's dead easy to play.
Just before we go, you've started streaming.
I have, yeah. So
if anyone is actually still watching the video at 18 minutes in,
yeah, I mean,
go check out.
My Twitch name is Psyreflector.
We'll have a link below. But yeah, I stream Mastodol, basically, and that's pretty much it. And you play this.
And we play it.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, we'll keep videos coming a bit more. Probably not as frequently as we did over lockdown.
The new Speed Duel stuff comes out relatively soon.
Yeah, so. We'll have new Speed Duel decks. We'll probably have some more meta matches. But yeah, hopefully we'll keep it somewhat consistent coming into the future. Thanks for watching, guys.